भारती न्यूज, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।
Good evening and welcome to Bharati News. I'm Vansh Pradhavan and let's have a look at the biggest news stories of the day, starting with national headlines first. The Supreme Court protected YouTuber Ranveer Allahbadia from arrest in FIRs registered in Maharashtra, Assam and any filed or to be filed in Jaipur in the connection with his controversial remarks on a show called India Got Latent. A bench of Justice Surya Kant and N.K. Singh restricted him from participating in any shows for the time being as a condition for its interim protection from arrest. Stop this show business for the time being, Justice Kant told Allahbadia's counsel advocate Abhinav. Mr. Allahbadia was directed to submit his passport at the Thane police station and must not leave the country without informing the investigating officer and only with the prior permission of the Supreme Court. High levels of facial coliform, microbes from human and animal excreta, were found in river water in which people took holy dip during the Mahakumbh in Prayagraj of Uttar Pradesh, according to a report submitted to the National Green Tribunal by the Central Pollution Control Board. River water quality was not conforming with primary water quality for bathing with reference to fecal coliform at all the monitored locations on various occasions. Huge number of people taking bath at Prayagraj during Mahakumbh Mela in the river, including an auspicious bathing days, eventually led to increase in fecal concentration, an NGT order dated February 17 quoted the CPCB report. Coming to international news, Sir Keir Starmer has said any Ukraine peace deal would require a US backdrop to deter Russia from attacking its neighbor again. Speaking after a hastily conveyed meeting with European leaders in Paris, the Prime Minister repeated that he would consider deploying UK troops to Ukraine in the event of a lasting peace agreement. He said a US security guarantee was the only way to effectively deter Russia and vowed to discuss the key elements of a peace deal with US President Donald Trump when the pair met in Washington next week. All passengers and crew on a flight which crashed and overturned while landing at Toronto Pearson Airport in Canada have survived. The airport chief executive said, "We are very grateful there was no loss of life and relatively minor injuries," said Deborah Flint of the Greater Toronto Airports Authority. One child and two adults were critically injured in the crash, according to emergency services. Images shared on social media show a plane flipped over and lying on its roof on the snow-covered tarmac. It appears to be missing at least one wing. Toronto Pearson Airport Authority said the crash involved a Delta Airlines flight arriving from Minneapolis, and of the 80 people on the board, 76 were passengers and 4 were crew members. Coming to sports news, the deal means the Welshman can continue to strive for his ambition of appearing in the NFL after making the move from rugby union with Wales and Colchester in January 2024. Reece Zammit will again compete among 90 players for a place in the Jaguars' 53-strong squad for the NFL season, which starts in September. The 24-year-old can also stay a member of the practice squad because of rules around his transition via the Sports International Player Program. He can also be twice promoted to an active NFL roster during the season without Jaguars losing one of their 53 regulars. Substitute Pascal Strujic headed a dramatic 95th minute winner as Leeds United came from behind to beat promotion rivals Sunderland and return to the top of the championship. The defender had leveled with 12 minutes to go when he glanced in Joe Rothwell's wicked free kick and then won it in added time with another header from another Rothwell cross. Sunderland had taken the lead against the run of the play when French striker Wilson Eisder got on defender Don Ballard's clipped pass into the inside right channel and did excellently to spin Leeds skipper Ethan Ampadu before lashing a low shot in the off-bar post. The Whites had not been behind at the break in a league match at Elland Road since their only home defeat this season by Burnley in September. Ending with business news, South Korea has banned new downloads of China's DeepSeek artificial intelligence chatbot, according to the country's personal data protection watchdog. The government agency said that AI model will become available again to South Korean users when improvements and remedies are made to ensure it complies with the country's personal data protection laws. In the week after it made global headlines, DeepSeek became hugely popular in South Korea, leaping to the top of the app stores with over 1 million weekly users. But its rise in popularity also attracted scrutiny from countries around the world, which have imposed restrictions on the app over privacy and national security concerns. Ireland's good exports to the United States surged by 34% to €72.6 billion, in 2024, while its imports from the US fell slightly to 22.5 billion euros. That meant Ireland had a goods trade surplus with the US of over $50 billion, according to the data from Ireland's Central Statistics Office (CSO). These trade patterns have gained political significance since Donald Trump regained the US presidency. He regards countries which have a big trade surplus as taking advantage of the US economy. So that would be all from our end. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned to Bharati News for more updates coming right up. Wishing you a good evening and a great night ahead. Thank you.
भारती न्यूज़, सीधा, सटीक और निष्पक्ष।